Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning. I am on my way to work. You guys are going to come along with me in the salon today. Let's go. First of all, 22 degrees. That's disrespectful. I hate cold weather. I'm not into it. Okay, we are at the salon. The coldness hits you like a freaking brick. So today, we are doing a color transformation on my good friend Sharetta. She is a professional singer. If you've seen my wedding vlog, that beautiful voice you heard in the background while I was walking down the aisle. Together we'll always this place of love feels so right. Yeah, that's her. So be sure to follow her here on YouTube and also her Instagram. Beautiful, beautiful voice. Off to work we go. Good morning. So cold, I hate it. Ladies and gents, so here is Sharetta. Say hi.
Hi.
I already told them to subscribe to your channel and follow you on Instagram. Okay, so we got some colors going on. So we did purple, like it's been over a year ago. We did purple a while ago, and then we've just, you know, we got a few little silver strands in there. A few, just a few. So she's definitely a color correction. So first things first, the game plan is to just get her one cohesive color. She wants to go lighter, like a color we did, I don't know, probably like 4 years ago, but can't do that yet. She's a color correction, so we got to get her all one color first, and then once we do that, we can slowly start working her way into going lighter. I always tell my clients, especially when it's a color correction, I never like to do it all in one sitting because we do not want to over process the hair because we're not cutting it, right? Right?
You're not cutting it.
We're not cutting it. So we're gonna go ahead and start this up. It's amazing. Okay, so the first thing that I am doing here is detangling Sharetta's hair. Of course, she is natural, so therefore I can't just go in on her dry hair with a comb or brush, just simply because you never want to do that with natural hair, curly hair, because first of all, it'll hurt, and secondly, it's a great way to break your hair off. So what I'm doing is I am just going through and I am just finger detangling. Now for Sharetta's color correction today, I don't have a picture, an old picture that we did of her 4 years ago, but her desired hair color is to go lighter. It's probably about the same lightness as mine. However, since she is a color correction, I have to make sure that first we have to cover up the grays, and she's got some green tones and some purple tones, so I need to just get her all cohesive. And the number one thing that I explain to my clients whenever they're wanting to go from a dark to a light, let's do it in appointments, just simply because, yeah, could I bang it out and do it in one appointment? Absolutely. It would take us 6 to 8 hours. It would cost you a lot of money, and I can't guarantee that the integrity of your hair is going to be in good shape. However, doing it in appointments, sometimes 1 to 3, just depending on the desired hair color that you want, is much better and it's much safer on the hair. All right, step 1, we are going in with the color we just mixed up to the roots. So this is to basically cover up all the grays. Whenever I'm working on a client with gray coverage, always use permanent hair color, just simply because when you're working with gray clients, 9 times out of 10 they want to get 100% gray coverage, get it gone, we don't want to see it. So if you're using something like a semi-permanent or a rinse, you're not going to get that full coverage. So once we have the roots done, now we have to work on the mid shaft and the ends. So since we're working on the mid shaft and ends, I do not pull permanent color through to the ends, just simply because it will be drying on the hair. So this is a semi-permanent, not a rinse. There's a difference between a rinse and a semi-permanent. A semi-permanent is going to stay on the hair much longer and just slowly fade off. So this is just to cover up all those unwanted tones. All right, look at these curls. So cute. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all cohesive now. Thank you, Jesus. You still have like the slightest tint of purple, but I'm okay with that. I can live with that. No more green though. No more green. Alright, so this is just a baby trim. Like you can see, this right here won't be missed because this is all see-through. I know a lot of stylists are super scissor happy, but never cut off all your client's hair, especially if that's not what they want. Health purposes, we're going to knock off all this here. Alrighty, we are starting round 2 of Shay's color transformation. So I made her wait 5 weeks, so we don't have any grays to really attack today. It's just more so going to be focusing on lightening full foil with bleach. Unfortunately, I forgot my vlogging camera, so I didn't get any of the vlog footage. However, this is the finished product. We still want to go lighter than where we are now, but like I said, we're going to do it over time. And let's just head on over into my little beauty room so we can talk a little bit more about hair color and the process and how it works. Alright, so this is super low key. I'm not in my normal setup because we're just chilling. So I thought, first of all, I love doing salon vlogs. So you guys let me know down below if you like seeing all the color transformations, just all the things I do in salon. Quite often, I get a lot of questions about my hair color in particular. And everyone always asks me, oh, what do you do? What do you use? And how do you get your hair lightened? Here's the thing. I'm a professional hair colorist. I don't color my own hair, and I would never recommend you guys to color your own hair, especially when we're talking about lightening and bleaching your hair. That's a whole different ballgame. Now, if someone wants to touch up their roots, I can understand that, because let's just be honest, most people that have gray coverage, they're probably somewhere between the 4 to 6 week marks, and unfortunately, you know, sometimes that's just not conducive for someone's finances. So I totally understand that. But when it comes to lightening, I would never recommend anybody doing that themselves, just simply because things can go wrong sometimes. And if you don't have the color theory and have the knowledge on how to tone and how to correct and neutralize, things can get tricky. So let's talk a little bit more about Shay's hair. So basically, you guys saw where she started. We saw where she started. And so for the second round, unfortunately, I just had a blah moment, and I forgot to bring in my vlogging camera. So I just want to talk a little bit. I know a lot of times, sometimes people will say, oh, well, I want to go lighter, but I don't want to use bleach. I don't want to use lightener. I don't use the term bleach just simply because professionally it's not the right term. So if you ever hear me say lightener or highlighting, those are consisting of a bleach process. So something that you have to realize is, if you're someone who has obviously dark hair like mine, dark brown hair, whatever the case may be, and you want to go lighter, the only way you can get there, you have to highlight your hair. You have to use bleach. There's no way around that. I feel like this is very important information, just simply because, like I said, I don't color my own hair, but I know some of you guys do have questions, and I feel like, you know what, if I show you what I'm doing on my clients and explain it, I think, one, it'll help you when you're searching for a stylist in your area to do your hair, and two, you'll know what questions to ask, and also just be familiar with the process. I always make sure that, especially when I'm working on a new client or if we're doing a huge color transformation, I communicate. I tell my client every step that I'm doing, and I let them know why. Now, if you're in a situation where you're with a stylist and they seem like they don't really want to give you any information as far as what they're doing to your hair, or even, you know, saying why they're doing something, you might want to find, you know, another stylist, because stylists are here to educate. We want you guys to know what's going on with your hair. We want you to know the health of your hair, how to take care of it, and especially something as serious as color, you need to know the steps and why. So make sure that you can find someone who will communicate and educate with you. So back to what I was saying, you cannot get lighter hair like this without using lightener, without using bleach. It's just not possible. Now, you might see some people where you have a box color and it'll say, oh, you know, it'll take your hair lighter. It might lighten your hair, but here's the thing. Hair lightens in levels. So starting from 2 being the lowest, the darkest, all the way up to 10 to the 11 being platinum blonde. So my natural hair level, I'm somewhere at like a level 4. So let's say if I just buy a box and I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna make me light. Most of those box colors that you buy that are going to make your hair lighter, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to lift your hair maybe 2 levels. So let's say if I'm at a level 4 and I put one of those on my hair, it's probably going to take me to about a, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, maybe a 6, maybe a 7. It's not going to be as light if that's what I'm desiring. So that's something you have to keep in mind. And also, if you are someone who does not have virgin hair, meaning if you already have previous color on your hair, I don't care if you got your hair colored a year ago. If you got your hair colored a year ago and you did not chop it all off, you still have color on your hair. And something that you need to understand is color does not lift color. Color does not lighten color. So therefore, let's say if I have, you know, some darker color on the ends, but my roots are virgin, there's nothing there, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get what we call hot roots. So basically what hot roots is, since my roots are virgin hair, that's going to get lighter, but whatever on my ends that's darker, pretending that my hair was darker, it's not going to budge. And the only way to get through that, you have to highlight it, you have to use lightener, you have to use a bleach, which is what we did on Shay's hair. Like I said, we've done color on her before, so I couldn't just slap a lighter color on her and expect her hair to get light. It does not work that way, especially being that, one, she has gray hair, and then she's got other colors in her hair. Somehow her hair went green. We're not sure how that happened, but I don't know if it was just a chemical reaction between a product that she was using. I'm not sure, but her hair went green. Then we had some purple on the back, but you can't just slap another color on your hair and expect it to go lighter. So with her, I wanted to make sure that I got her nice cohesive canvas. You guys saw that, came out beautiful, had her come back in 5 weeks. And so the process for her is what I did was I did highlights. So a full head of highlights with foil. Why I use the foil is just simply because, especially with working with darker hair, when you put it in foil, basically it heats up. And when it heats up, it allows the hair to lighten faster because her hair is so dark and it's very, very thick. Like the strands are very, very thick and coarse. I have to punch it with some serious lightener so that way I can get it light. So I put foils all in her hair, and then after I got the foils out, I shampooed her hair and then I toned her. So this is very, very important. So again, back to what I was saying earlier, why you shouldn't lighten your hair at home, because this is where things get tricky. If you're not familiar with the color wheel and how to tone and how to neutralize, you're probably going to be walking around with the unwanted tone. Most of the time, whenever I'm doing a color transformation or lightening someone in steps who has dark hair, you kind of get stuck in that kind of orange red tone. You have to know how to neutralize it. So I mixed up a toner. Again, all the toners, everything that I mix up is always custom, and I toned her hair down, and that was the beautiful result that you guys saw in the end. So the next time she comes in, I believe she's going to come in another 5 to 6 weeks. I will be sure to make sure I vlog the entire process. This go around, what we're going to do, we are going to do her roots, but instead of doing her roots dark, I'm going to up the level. So when you guys saw when I did her roots the last time to cover up her grays, I did a 5. I think we might do a 6. I'm thinking we'll do a 6, maybe a 6.5 as far as level, from 2 being the darkest and 11 being the lightest. So I think we might do like a 6.5, and we're going to do more foils and we're going to lighten her some more. The reason why Shay wants to go lighter is just simply because she does have gray. And I tell my clients, especially my more mature women that do have gray hair, it does soften the blow if you go a little bit lighter, because when you go a little bit lighter and your gray comes in, it's not as noticeable, you know what I mean? It's more forgiving. But when your gray comes in, especially once you start creeping up to a point where you're about 50% and up gray, and when you get really, really dark color and the gray comes in, it's not very forgiving. So that's what you guys will see on the next color transformation for Shay. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was super informative to you. Down below, let me know if you enjoy seeing the salon vlogs, if this information is helpful, and if you have any other hair questions for me, please feel free to ask. I will always answer. All right, so you guys know the deal. Keep it simple, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.